Barlow to run off a decade. When Cincinnati won the Supporter Shield in 2023, they won 13 of 17 games at home. Shalawi and Aristotle run the attack. 5 games in this building.
But it's Walker Zimmerman and Toronto FC on the road looking for their first points of the season. Sunday Night Soccer is underway in Cincinnati. It's FC Cincinnati hosting Toronto FC. Cincinnati in their blue with the orange. Toronto, the white with the red. Two teams
off the ball is exponentially different than it was last week.
It does not look like a team that
it does not at all.
7 players who weren't on the roster at the beginning of last year. A lot of pieces just recently put together, whether in the offseason or even this past week, like Benjamin Kusevic.
You've got to do all the little things when you come into a new squad. You come together, you try to figure out tendencies. But right now, look at how crisp their movement off the ball, the passing. Shalawi in behind here.
Mihailovic leaves Aristizábal. Oh, the save from Celentano. Mihailovic the volley. Just wide.
Mihailovic is just so wonderful to watch at times. Aristizábal does a good job of helping them get out. Shalawi with a little bit of cut. But there's a crispness to Toronto. Play quickly, get a run, overlapping run, but fill in the gaps. Good save from Celentano. I think Mihailovic is as good of a finisher as he is a creator. And I know everyone talks about his...
Valenzuela. Cincinnati will be patient. Valenzuela into the chest of Denke. Still Kevin Denke, and now Nick Haglund. He will float it towards Tom Barlow. It's over his head.
Well, Raheem Edwards is trying to come back into this game, and yet the fourth official hasn't gotten the attention of the referee.
Echenique. Oh, Cafran misjudged it. Barlow's header is saved.
To finish the play off, he comes off his line and then recognizes he's got no chance to get any of that. Final ball from Echenique, not good enough when it's needed.
Valenzuela. Echenique, it's a little too far. 15 years ago at Chivas USA, then Colorado, now Toronto. This is good for Toronto. Mihailovic leaves. Aristizábal saved by Celentano.
He went to an MLS Cup, won it with LAFC, went to the World Cup with Ecuador. Just be aggressive, be very forthcoming and getting forward and coming out of the midfield. Great little
Mihailovic. But the pressure has been ramping up from Cincinnati as the half has gone on. Valenzuela takes this one. Haglund trying to flick it on. Mihailovic heads away. Echenique, that was blocked. Edwards just knocking forward. Shalawi, Mihailovic. Perhaps the final move forward in this first half. Mihailovic through. Aristizábal leaves. Larrea, Celentano the save.
Pattern of play from Toronto's really, really good. The timing of the run, the layoff. Right now as a goalkeeper, you've got to recognize this and be committed. The first touch is difficult for Larrea. I understand all of that. But if there's any hesitation from Celentano, it's 1-0 Toronto.
Cifuentes. Haglund sends away for a corner.
It's brilliant goalkeeping from Celentano.
San Jose Earthquakes hosting the Seattle Sounders. Bruce Arena's team off to a wonderful start. 3 wins in 3 games. Timo Werner having a big impact. Coverage starting 6:30 Eastern next week. Echenique floats a ball in. Barlow, Valenzuela missed it. A difficult ball for him to handle. Echenique wins it back.
What a bad decision from Gavron. There's no reason to try to play a quick throw there with Toronto defending deep.
Valenzuela, Buca, Try to get it back to Valenzuela. It wasn't there, so instead it's Ramirez across. Echenique and Womado over and into the Bailey.
Yeah, you got to get Pavel Buka on the ball more. You just have to.
Echenique, wonderful feet, clipping it in. Denke knocking it down. Zimmerman high into the air. Gavron a punch, and then playing it safe.
6 minutes tonight. They haven't had a ton.
Cincinnati have still, they've just forced one save now out of Luka Gavron. This is direct towards Denke, Zimmerman in the way.
It's wild to think Cincinnati drew a yellow card on Kusevich early on in that first half. We really haven't seen him play any kind of part of the defensive actions or anything from Toronto because he hasn't been forced to.
Benjamin Kusevich and Ender Echenique, the two players on yellow cards, as Buka cuts inside and tries it from distance. Oh, Gavron! Big save!
Well, Pavel Buka's irreplaceable for Cincinnati. Just does so many of the little things extremely well. Good on him being selfish. Take on Jonathan Osorio and bending it to the back post. That's as good of a save as you'll see around the world.
Ramirez. Evander. It's a difficult ball for him to handle. Now Toronto in transition. Shallowy to DeAndre Kerr. Kerr cutting inside of Robinson. Still DeAndre Kerr! Celentano's got to push it over.
Well, you said it, Jake. Bad giveaway from Ramirez, and now it gets Toronto into transition. Second half substitute, DeAndre Kerr taking on Miles Robinson, and that little bit of a deflection, it helps Celentano a little bit because I think low and away from him becomes a little bit more difficult. But Miles Robinson's little bit of a touch, that ball redirects right at him.
Mihailovic, Celentano punches strong and away. Etienne Jr. settles. Mihailovic pressured by Buka into Osorio. Osorio across, Kerr's header does not trouble Celentano. Wonderful ball from Larea. Shallowy is behind. Shallowy! Toronto have finally broken through in Cincinnati. Their first ever goal at TQL Stadium gives Toronto the lead late on Sunday night.
Ball come right back out, but this decision here in this moment, Denke's not on. Now watch the reaction from Cincinnati. Richie Larea with a quick turn, nobody stopping the ball. And now Shallowy comes all the way back onside. Nick Hagelin does not see him. He's slow to react. Brilliant run from Daniel Shallowy here. And look at the left foot of Nick Hagelin. Keeps him onside. Now you're off to the races. Toronto's been the better team. They've come in with a purpose. They've needed something in the final third, some quality in the moment. Brilliant composure.
Here is Evander. Oh, just over.
Going up over the wall. There was a real angle there.
That's got to be the number one question facing Pat Newton 3 matches into this season. 2 goals in their season opener. Boumedienne back to Guidi. Guidi sends it in. Cifuentes clears away. Cincinnati have to go quickly. Alexis De Silva checks his watch. He lets it continue. Larea knocks it forward. It's over in Cincinnati. Toronto have their first ever win at TQL Stadium. Their first win of 2026. Daniel Shalhoub, the hero.